Right, guys, let's do a real life demonstration. This one for my developer friends. Let's go to Build Pro and start a new project. Let's call it renovation. Just keep it simple. Just say hi. Just going to keep it very simple for now. What I want to do is upload some drawings. Now the drawings I'm uploading, I will show you now. This is what I found on Zoopla. So let's say that you are searching for a project you want to do. And as we can see, this one needs a really deep refurbishment. So we've got the floor plan here. I'm going to give it a screenshot of the actual floor plan. And I'm going to save that onto my desktop. I'm going to come back now. Just give me a second. Come back now to my Build Pro dashboard. I'm going to attach that screenshot. I would like to say I want a full renovation of the attached image floor plan. Smart Assist will give us a much clearer scope. This is residential. I'm a general builder and we're in London. I am choosing to split labor and materials. I always do this because you can always undo it later. If it's for me, I have options here whether I want a client to supply something or not, and I also can choose what to exclude from the actual pricing document. So now that we've got everything ready, we come down to generate quote. This will cost you 25 credits because it is doing floor plans. You can use this on a quick quote, but it will be a lot less, much less documents. You can't use that many, but I'm going to use Build Pro so I can show you what we do next. That's analyzing in the background. In the meantime, what I'll do while it's doing that is extracting, cross-referencing. This is a live demo, by the way, so I'm going to let it run in the background. I'm going to show you what else we've got here. We've got compliance documents, which basically connects to that project. You know, we all need a health and safety plan nowadays. We all need method statements. This is generated within minutes just by tapping and connecting your previous quote, which has already been broken down. What we'll do while we're waiting for it to generate is I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next as a developer, because as I said, this is for our developer friends, although builders use this, trades use this, and even quantity surveyors and architects use this to do tender packs. We'll go into tender pack and we'll create a new tender. We'll connect from quote. Let's go back and see how our quote's doing. Let's go back into Build Pro. Well, actually, let's go back to the dashboard. We see it here, it's still generating. Let's see how it's doing. When it's generated, it should show me that it's been done. In the meantime, again, we can also go into company settings while we're waiting for it to generate. It's always good to try and fill this information out because it's valuable for when you actually get the project finished, when you get the tender completed and generated, because all of this information will be printed onto your cover page. My favorite part is the branding. So you've got cover layout options, cover page layout, sorry. You've got colors you can choose from for your brand color. And as you can see, you can upload your own cover page and you can just rearrange where you would like your title to be, your quote reference. And if you don't want any of this information, just tap hide, 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 and it's all gone. Save changes, it should automatically save as well. So in case you forget, that saves. Quote defaults, this is great when you generate your trade specific terms and conditions. Rate library, quote templates is pretty cool. You can easily attach any quote that you've got going on in the background and save it for next time. Let's see how our quotes are doing. Still generating. Go back to the dashboard. This is still generating, so this could take about 10 minutes, so might be worth sticking around just waiting for it to actually generate so that you can see it working in real life, because that's a question I get very often from a lot of users, because unfortunately there is a lot of other software out there that may not actually do the job properly. But to be fair, this is a problem you get with AI. It's not accurate, it hallucinates a lot, but thankfully we found a way to make it as accurate as possible We're in the high 90s at the moment. It's not hallucinating, it's not duplicating. Now this is a part of our 5-step or 5-tier process. When it does do takeoffs, it checks, it rechecks, it makes sure that it hasn't duplicated anything. So what it's doing basically is acting like a real life QS, and it's going through every single project and trying to understand it. But let's look at the dashboard while we're here. When you do have your own dashboard, this is the Build Pro version. You'll have all your options available. You'll have your tender packs here where you can easily go through your credits and your client book. This is good if you want to obviously have a regular client and basically see exactly the history that you've done and, you know, the kind of projects you've worked on with them. Reminders are great as well, so you can remind yourself to follow up on quotes because we always forget. We do get busy. Toolbox Talk is for the contractors who are on site. This generates a new Toolbox Talk for you every single week if you wanted to. And you've got all the integrations here, Zero and QuickBooks coming soon. We're also going to be automating this process very shortly. We are working on software that's going to allow us to pick up emails coming into your inbox automatically and generate quotes for you without you having to do anything. So it looks like this project's been done. Renovation. Okay, that took what? 6 minutes, let's say. Let's call it 6 minutes. We're in Lewisham, so we can always select the high-end finish. So we've got two. We've got standard or high-end. We don't do low-end because we don't believe that it's, you know, right practice to do a low-end project. You should either be at standard or you should either be at high-end. So let's say we are at high-end right now, and let's see what it's giving us. So the project summary says full renovation of 47 square meters, first floor flat. So it's understood that it's a first floor flat, 2 bedrooms, lounge, and it's picked up pretty much everything inside the project, well, the actual floor plan photo. I'm going to go ahead and just increase my profit because I'm going to be doing this as a contractor. But again, as a developer, you could do this to get a better understanding of your actual costs. So now we see that it's broken it down. We've got superstructure, internal finishes, fittings. So what I'm doing now is I'm just collapsing them so we can see them properly. Fixings, furniture, and it's even giving you the type of costs. So as you can see, it's got the kitchen. It's figured out the linear meters, supply and install kitchen. So these quantities here and your units is what it's picked up off the drawing. I can't see anything that I don't like here. Let's see. Back to the top. Superstructure, we've got joinery. It's picked up bedroom 2, lounge, bedroom 1. So I'm guessing that is obviously a 2-bedroom flat. So let's go back and see. Yes, we've got 2 bedrooms. Let's make that a bit smaller so we can see both. And then make this side a bit smaller. Let's make this side a bit smaller. So let's see this side by side. Okay, there we go. We're side by side now. Okay, let's see what we've got. So supply installed doors. So we've got 3 numbered doors for internal joinery. It actually tells you, see if you look at that, it's 5 internal doors. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm guessing that's the main door. Supply and fit 100mm soft wood OG skirting board throughout. That's great. I'm guessing that the parameter is 53 linear meters. Now we can actually check this later on because we have got a tool that allows us to do a measurement based off a scale. So I'll show you that later as well. This is going to be a long video, guys, so maybe I'll do it on the next video on how to draw and find out the exact areas later on. Let's look at fitting. So supply and install kitchen. Okay, so that's our kitchen here. It's roughly how many square meters? 1.65 by 2.87. Let's see what we've got in terms of floor area. So let's actually test to see if it worked out the correct floor area. Let's see internal finishes possibly. Plasterboard, dot and dab. Okay, there you go. Let's say plasterboard. I'm guessing this is for the lounge. So for the lounge, we've got dimensions from floor plan. There we go. Lounge is here. 3.45 by 3.07. Brilliant. It's picked that up. Wall parameter 2 times obviously the height and everything else times 2.4. Okay, and it's figured it out. Okay, great. So we've got the units correct. Maybe I don't like that price. Maybe I want to call it £100 because from experience, maybe I use a specific plasterer and I know they're about £100 a square meter. Automatically updates. And here we go. I think that is basically the entire quote. And the best part about this is if I don't want to include something, I just press that button there. So if I don't want to put my consumer unit, I press X and it's gone. Works to existing buildings, so we've got demolition here as well. It's actually picked up all the items, preliminaries if you are a main contractor. Again, you can remove this if you wanted to. These are things that the system has picked up that you should check. No elevation drawings, which is great, understood. And that's about right. I think that price is correct for a full renovation of a 2-bedroom flat, roughly 47 square meters in London and in a high-end finish. Once I am happy with that, I can go to my dashboard. It's giving me the breakdown of everything. It's giving me the resource breakdown, labor and materials. Again, this could be just for you. And it's also generated me a Gantt chart automatically. And by the way, this is completely editable. So if you see something you don't like, or if you want to increase or decrease your time, you can just move things along. And as you can see, once I've moved the time from 21 weeks, it will tell me up here roughly how many weeks my project will take. That is easily updatable. Let's say that we don't want it to be that long. We want to have 15 weeks, so we can easily just drag these along depending on the week, and it automatically changes. That's it. This is all your information here. If you want to go back to your schedule of works, there it is. And as we saw just now, it has picked up everything from that drawing. And I think that's actually a very decent price. So once you've got that, you can either include VAT or not include VAT. And you can export it, as you can see, to anything. You can export it to Excel, Word, or PDF, and you can choose what to include and what not to include, which I think is pretty amazing. Now, let me just quickly move on to tenders, because as a developer, you might need this. So you go to new tender pack. Let's import that project we just did right now, renovation, 64 grand. Here it is. It's brought it into a format where, again, it allows me to edit how I like. If I don't want the contractor or subcontractor to price this, I can just delete them. Okay, once I'm happy with this entire breakdown of this image here, I can then go to the bottom just to make sure it's all there. Yep, let's save the scope. We are saved now. We like it the way it is, and we want to invite our subcontractors. Let's enter their email here. Attach this image as well so they can see what they're working on and the address and everything else. Send them a message, send the invitation. They will get a link, which is a web link with this exact breakdown, and all they need to do is fill it out. This will not be editable for them. The only things they could edit is the quantity and the item, and once they're done with that, you will get it here. You will have a list of all your subcontractors, and then once you've got that, you go into document analysis and you compare your quotes, and then it will flag up what's good, what's bad, what's missing. Just allows you to make sure that you've selected the right contractor or your contractor hasn't missed anything. So that's how it works, guys. Build Pro, I think it's an amazing, powerful tool. This is not even the beginning. We've got an interactive takeoff, which I'll show you onto the next video, because that's quite a long one. We can upload anything, and we can create Gantt charts as well. I'll just give you a quick test of what it looks like. You can create these very easily on your own, and again, it's very simple. So see you in the next one.